Hi, are we clear? Sherry's not here? Okay, good, good. Hi, my name is Tim Judson, and I'm the Executive Director at the Nuclear Information and Resource Service. And want to let you know a little bit more about the Legacy Fund campaign, and and also give you an update on how we're doing. Want to thank everyone who has contributed so far. We're in our second week now, and it's just been a tremendous response, and we're doing really well, and we're getting well on the way towards our goal. And it's very exciting. I think we're up over $24,000 right now, and with dozens of contributors, and it's just been a tremendous experience. And want to urge all of you who haven't given, to help us, really get the word out about this. Or if you have given, please continue to help us promote it as well. Since we're actually having sort of a bad weather week here in D.C. and Michael's been stuck at home with the kids, and so we have some opportunity to record this update. Well, while he doesn't have to listen to us do it, and so wanted to get this out to everybody. As some of you who've maybe visited the CosVox page already have found out, we're running this Legacy Fund campaign to essentially help ensure that NIRS is able to continue supporting Michael through his illness, no matter what happens in the next year or two, and also to really make sure that that no matter what happens with with Michael, that we're able to continue his work and to really pick up to pick up the ball when he's not able to move the organization and the anti-nuclear movement forward. And so to that extent, I wanted to kind of give people a little more sense of why this campaign is so important. As some of you may know, probably many of you don't, because NIRS is a small organization. NIRS has been really, kind of the hub for the anti-nuclear power movement in the U.S. for the last 37 years. And, Michael Mariotte, who was my predecessor as executive director for 28 years, has really defined the organization for a very long time, and really helped define the movement, and accomplished tremendous things, as you'll see from the initial video on the CosVox page. And in fact, you'll find out a lot more if you continue to tune in over the next few weeks as we put out more of these little short videos. But Michael really helped carry our movement through some of its darkest times. Between essentially the Chernobyl accident in Ukraine in 1986, through the Fukushima accidents in Japan in 2011, and what came just before that, which was this tremendous push, by the nuclear industry, working with the Bush administration hand in hand, to create what they wanted to call the nuclear renaissance, which was essentially to kickstart a nuclear revival in the U.S. And Michael, was really instrumental in leading the movement, to be able to stop that and prevent that from happening. And one of the key reasons why that victory was so important, which we've been celebrating over the last year, that really the nuclear renaissance is dead, was because it was intended to be a tremendous diversion and impediment and a roadblock to doing meaningful things. To take climate action and to resolve the climate crisis. As some of you may know, of course, nuclear power is incredibly expensive. It takes incredibly long to build nuclear power plants, and we just don't have that time to waste, that time and money to waste to begin addressing climate, to waste it on building a whole new generation of nuclear power plants. And now that the nuclear renaissance is sort of fizzling out, what's come up is actually that the same turns out to be true for existing nuclear power plants. There's all sorts of problems with nuclear power, from uranium mining and radioactive waste and nuclear accidents. All sorts of reasons not to do nuclear power, which you can find out a lot more about on NIRS's website. But in terms of the climate crisis, the cost and expense of running these old aging plants is getting to be too much. And the nuclear industry about a year ago decided that it was going to try to save itself by essentially blocking renewable energy and preventing meaningful steps toward climate action. And NIRS has really been on the front line of that, and Michael has been blogging about it on a daily basis on our new blog, Green World, at safeenergy.org, which you should check out. It's a tremendous resource for people to learn and stay abreast of what's going on. but the industry has sort of shifted from the nuclear renaissance to essentially nuclear life support, and in this attack on renewables and climate action. And NIRS again has been at the front lines of that, and we need to be able to remain vital and build as an organization going into the future. And Michael, I think, in his tremendous vision, has actually asked that part of the Legacy Fund be dedicated to that purpose, and in particular to helping ensure another massive mobilization for the next big climate conference in December in Paris. As some of you may know, we were part of the People's Climate March mobilization in New York this year. Turned out thousands of people marching with a nuclear-free, carbon-free contingent, and really pushing the message that that we need to make sure that climate action works by making sure that nuclear power is not part of is not inserted into the picture as sort of a roadblock to renewables and to energy efficiency and the sustainable solutions that we need. And it's been Michael's vision that this is where the movement needs to go next, and that's in fact what we're intending to do as NIRS, and why the Legacy Fund is so important. And so for all of you who've contributed so far, thank you so much for what you've done and for getting the word out and letting more people know about it. And if this is the first time you're hearing about it, please go to the CauseVox page and find out more, and consider giving and letting folks about it that care about these issues about it as well. So thanks so much. Thanks for all you do, and please go find out more at www.nirs.org as well. Take care.